Now we will start with the chromosomal theory of inheritance. Earlier we had studied about the Mendel's law of inheritance and then deviations also. And his work was unrecognized during up to 1900. In 1900, three different scientists from three different countries, they worked independently and rediscovered the Mendel's work. In 1903, Walter Sutton and Theodore Boveri, two scientists were there. They had studied the Mendel's factor, what is known as a gene, and the behavior of gene at the time of meiosis. And based on this study, they had given the chromosomal theory of inheritance, that the chromosomes are responsible for the inheritance. Means chromosomes are the carrier of the genetic material. This theory states that in somatic cells, chromosomes are present in pair, and during gamete formation, homologous chromosomes get paired, segregate and assort independently during meiosis, like the independent assortment of gametes. Each gamete gets one chromosome from a pair. Male and female gametes carry all hereditary traits. When male and female gametes fuse, the number of chromosomes become diploid in the species. You get this thing? I will explain you. We all know that this is the chromosome structure, which is made up of two chromatids. These are two chromatids. This is a chromosome. So in every cell, what we say that the cells in which the meiosis takes place. When we are talking about the meiosis, at that time what happened? The homologous chromosomes are present. This is the homologous chromosome. Homologous chromosome is what? One chromosome the father and one chromosome from the mother, and they are resembling each other. Now what happens when gamete formation takes place? So when gamete formation takes place, one gamete goes to one one chromosome goes to one gamete and another chromosome goes to another gamete. Means they assorted themselves. They are sorted. Yeah, the thing. So in this way, the gametes when the gametes are formed, at that time the chromosome number become half. One set will go in one gamete, one set will go in another gamete. So at that time, when this normal condition is there, at that time suppose it is 2n condition, diploid. So now the gametes are what? They are the haploid. Now fusion of gametes takes place. Similarly, here also we can say one cell is there and it having the it will also form the gamete. One chromosome, another chromosome. This is N condition. Now what happens when the cross will takes place or fertilization will takes place? Suppose this. So again the condition become 2n. What it become? 2n. Suppose this is father, this is mother. So one chromosome from father, one chromosome from mother. They will come together, and the condition is again 2n. This will also form the 2n. So again the number of chromosomes become same during the meiosis after the fertilization. So the number of chromosomes always remains same in the species, in the cells of the species. Like when we talk about the human beings, in human beings there are 46 chromosomes, 23 pairs of chromosomes. So 46 total chromosomes are there, 23 pairs. Clear this thing? So when gamete formation takes place, 23 chromosome goes to one gamete and 23 goes to the another gamete. So in every human being, same process takes place. Now when fertilization takes place, so between the egg cell and the sperm cell, fertilization takes place. So at that time what happened? 23 chromosomes of the egg cell and 23 chromosomes from the sperm, they will unite and they will form the zygote. Again now the chromosome number become 46, that is the 2n. So every time after fertilization the chromosome number become same.